Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Muallim Shukri. Welcome to the Mastery Program. What are we mastering? The Green Book. What is the Green Book? A book that teaches you how to read the Quran. The Quran is in what? Arabic. You guessed it right. How many letters in the Arabic language? 29. Is Alif part of the alphabet? Of course. What is its role? To prolong the sound of Fatha. Woo! You are good, man. Here we go. So, now, today we're going to introduce a new lesson, and in that lesson, inshallah, we're going to cover the 5 major areas. What 5 major areas? Well, here it is. Just do what I'm doing. Those are the 5 areas. So should I end the video? No. Let's cover it. Now, this is the area where sound is produced. Sound is made by using all these 5 areas, either together or separate. And this is the beautiful thing about the Arabic language. It really helps you learn what area a letter is actually using when you're reciting that word. And the letters are inside the word, right? Yes, it's beautiful. I love it. Let's do this. So these are called the makharij areas, okay? Articulation points inside 5 areas of your, okay, your mouth, nostril, throat, okay, and whatever is in between. Now we're going to inshallah study these 5 areas by paying attention, okay? But before I do that, look to the left side. You see the letters that we covered, okay? These are letters alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, dhal, ra, zai, sin, shin, sad, dad. Now repeat after me and say it with me. Okay, here we go. Say it with me, all right? Let's go. Alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, dhal, ra, zai, sin, shin, sad, dad. Man, I wish I was like Zaki. I would sing the alif, ba, ta. But I'm not that good of a singer. Now, you can still watch Zaki when he's singing the alif, ba, ta, but let's pay attention. This is a class. You're not in, you know, a little YouTube thing where you're watching songs and alphabets and, you know, alphabet songs and stuff like that. You're actually learning something, and you're going to be tested by your muallim. So whether your muallim is myself or the muallim at your duksi or, you know, your parents, whoever it is, you're going to be tested by them. Why? Because we care about your progress. We want you to learn more. Progress means growing and growing and growing and growing, moving forward always in your learning. Okay, so let's go back to the 5 major areas. These 5 major areas are the areas around your mouth, your nose, your throat, all of that, and whatever is between, that's going to help you produce the sounds. So the 29 letters we covered in Arabic, we haven't covered all of them. We only covered 12. We've been reviewing it just like we did a minute ago. But the 29 letters is the 29 letters that allow us to make certain sounds so we can produce certain words, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used those sounds and words to make ayat in the Quran. So when you're reciting the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're reciting sounds and words that came from letters that Allah has given us ability to use these 5 major areas. That's so amazing. Another amazing thing, right? Another amazing creation of Allah. There you go. So we're going to learn these 5 areas in the Arabic language. And I'm going to give you a translation of it, but it's your job. When I say, okay, what letter comes from the khayshum? You need to understand I'm talking about the nostril. Shafatan, I'm talking about the lips. Al-lisan, I'm talking about the tongue. Al-halq, I'm talking about the throat. Al-jawf, I'm talking about the hollow space, chest all the way to the mouth, and out. This is beautiful. Okay, guys? Again, now let's go ahead and go over these 5 areas. So I'm going to start from the khayshum. Khayshum, remember? You had something like a sinus before. Yeah, of course. You little, you know, nostril, snotty little kid. You know, snot coming out of your nose and stuff. Yeah, you had sinus where you feel like you can't breathe from your nose and you feel like you're talking like this. Yes. And some people do read Quran like that, and you should not. So there are some letters like the noon and the meme that uses the nostril to produce some sound. Okay, and that sound is called ghunna. So I want you to repeat after me and say al-khayshum. Al-khayshum. Right here. Point to your nose. Okay? Point to your nose. Say al-khayshum. Okay? Good job. Al-khayshumu. Al-khayshumu. And then after that is, let's look to the left, is ash-shafatan, is the lips. Right here. We're going to cover the khayshum and the shafatan, the lip. Then we're going to work our way in, all the way to the throat, and maybe with the jof, we're going to come back out, making a sound. Ah, okay, here it is. Now, al-khayshum, we covered that. Ash-shafatan is the 2 lips. So you got, Allah gave you 2 lips, upper and lower. And you're going to use these 2 to make sounds, to make certain letters, to produce those sounds. Okay, if somebody didn't have one of them, he couldn't say ba, for example. You couldn't say ba if you only had 1 lip. Ba. That's not going to work. Ba, okay? If you didn't have the bottom lip, you couldn't say fa. So you'd be like, ha, fa. It doesn't work. Allah gave you these 2. It's beautiful, man. All right? And then, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Everybody say alhamdulillah, guys. Alhamdulillah. Believe me. You know, don't take the ni'am of Allah for granted. Ni'am means all the blessings of Allah. Don't take that for granted. Say alhamdulillah. And then let's work our way in and let's look at the lisan. Lisan is your tongue. Okay, the lisan. I don't like sticking my tongue out, okay? The lisan. Now, the lisan is going to work with, you know, right there, the gums and the ceiling of your mouth, you know, that area. And it's also going to work with your teeth, okay? All of that is going to work together to make sound. And most of the letters in the Arabic language comes from the tongue, okay? So it's beautiful. And then let's look at al-halq. Al-halq is throat. Al-halq is throat. Al-halq. Say al-halq right here. So the throat starts from the bottom where your neck, you know, meets your collarbone. Of course, we're focused on the center where the, you know, the throat, okay, is this here. All right. And then the middle part of your throat is, of course, that's the middle part of your throat, and then it's the top part of your throat. Okay. We'll cover what letters come from each part of your throat, just like we'll cover what letters come from your tongue. And there are different parts of your tongue. You have the back of your tongue, the middle, the sides, the front, you know, the tip of your tongue, all that, we'll cover that. And then the lips, upper, bottom, we'll cover that. And then the khayshum is, you know, this area here, the nostril area. Last but not least, we said we're going to end with jof. Why? Because we're going to make the ah sound produced here in your gut area, okay? The gut area, and you make that sound. Ah, ah. And you know, we do that. Actually, Arabic have like 2 sounds, okay? You have the ah, sound, and you have oh, sound. And that's like like ha, okay? Ba, They say when it's light, so it's light. Okay, it's not like you're lifting weights here, but it's light. And the other one is heavy. Okay? No problem. You'll learn. Don't worry about it. This is not rocket science, man. You can take care of this. This is a piece of cake. Let's go over the letters one more time. Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Dal, Ra, Zai, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad. Now, as you were saying the letters, did you notice that each letter was coming from a specific place in your mouth, in your throat, in your, I mean, of course, if it's the letter, right? Like we haven't covered noon and we haven't covered meme to know about cheshum, but we've covered a lot of letters there, okay? So those letters are all using the 5 areas, okay? And this is important that you know these 5 areas. So let's go over the 5 areas real quick and let's say them in Arabic. I'm going to start from the right side. The right side of the screen are 3. So we're going to start from the top. Al-Khayshumu. Again, Al-Khayshumu. And that's the nostril. So hold your nose. Al-Khayshumu. Good job. Al-Jawfu. Now say all the hollow space where wind and sound travel. That right there, that hollow space. Al-Jawfu. Al-Jawfu is a hollow space in your mouth, throat, and chest. Al-Halqu. Al-Halq is your throat. Al-Halqu is your throat. Al-Halqu is your throat, not your neck, your throat. Then let's look at the left side. And let's start with the top letter. So we said al-Khayshumu, al-Jawfu, that hollow space, al-Halqu. And then now we're going to start from, ash-Shafatan, ash-Shafatan, ash-Shafatani, ash-Shafatani. Okay, is the top word there. And then the bottom one is al-lisanu. Al-lisanu. Lisan is tongue. Shafatan is lips. Ash-shafatan and al-lisan. Lisan. Okay? And that is it, people. That is it. We are done. And you know what you're going to see next, right? Yeah. You're going to see the subscribe, please, to the YouTube channel so you can stream daily. Green Book Mastery. Yes, we're mastering this book right here. And I'm pretty sure your Duxi is doing it. So Mu'allims start recommending students to take this class. Now, of course, it is Mu'allim Shukri, on this side of the, representing you guys. There it is. It's Mu'allim Shukri representing you. And I want the parents also to take this class very serious. Work with your children. As long as you're working with your children, I'm here to help you. I'm your assistant. Okay, so let's work together. Ramadan Mubarak, and we are going to be out, inshallah.